Have you ever felt stiff for no reason? Maybe your joints ache in the morning, or you just feel a little more tired than usual. Even though you got a full night's sleep, you might chalk it up to just getting older. But what if I told you there's something else going on inside your body that's quietly wearing you down? It's called inflammation. And no, I'm not talking about the kind that happens when you cut your finger or sprain your ankle. That kind is helpful. It heals. What we're focusing on is something sneakier, chronic, low-grade inflammation. The kind that lingers under the surface, day after day, without making a scene, until one day, it does. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to inflammation. And if we don't keep it in check, it can slowly chip away at our energy, our immune system, our brain health, and yes, even how long we live. But the good news? There are simple, daily steps you can take to calm the fire, protect your health, and maybe even add years to your life. Today, we're going to talk about 5 things you can start doing right now to help your body fight back against inflammation naturally, gently, and in a way that feels right for your life. Let's ease into it with the first one, because it's something you can literally taste. What you put on your plate every day has a huge impact on how your body feels, not just in the moment, but long term. Some foods are like gasoline on the fire. Others are like water, cooling, soothing, and healing. And for seniors, the body needs more of that cooling kind. Let's think about a meal. If it's loaded with sugar, processed meats, and fried food, you might feel sluggish afterward. That's not your imagination. Those foods trigger inflammation. Now, contrast that with a meal of leafy greens, roasted salmon, a bit of olive oil, maybe some berries for dessert. Not only does that taste fresh and satisfying, but actually gives your cells the nutrients they need to fight back against the damage inflammation causes. And here's a helpful tip. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet all at once. Try adding just one anti-inflammatory food to your daily meals. Maybe a handful of walnuts in the afternoon, or a cup of green tea instead of that second cup of coffee. Every little choice adds up over time. Now, while food is powerful, it's only part of the picture. There's something else that makes a difference. And this one might surprise you. It's sleep. Yes, sleep. Not just how much you get, but how well you sleep. Poor sleep keeps your body in a state of stress. And that stress, even if it doesn't feel dramatic, sends signals that something's wrong, causing inflammation to rise. You might notice that when you sleep poorly, your body aches more, your mind feels foggy, or your mood dips. It's all connected. So how do we improve sleep after 60 or 70? It starts with consistency. Going to bed and waking up around the same time each day, even on weekends, can train your internal clock. Limiting screen time before bed helps, too. The blue light from phones and TVs tells your brain to stay awake, even when it's tired. And here's something gentle that works beautifully for many seniors. A short walk in the morning sun. That natural light helps reset your rhythm, making it easier to fall asleep later that night. Better sleep doesn't just mean more rest. It means a calmer nervous system, lower inflammation, and a stronger immune system. Now, you might be wondering, if I'm eating better and sleeping better, is that enough? It's a great start. But there's one more piece we need to weave in, and it's often overlooked. Movement. Not intense workouts or long jogs, just steady, gentle movement that tells your body, I'm alive, I'm still going. Because every time you move, your circulation improves, your joints get nourished, and inflammation starts to decrease. Movement doesn't have to be fancy. Walking around your garden, stretching while watching TV, even standing up and sitting down a few extra times each day, these are all ways to signal health to your body. And here's the beautiful thing. When you move regularly, you'll likely sleep better. You'll probably make healthier food choices. It all starts to work together like a symphony, every habit supporting the next. So if you're sitting there thinking, I don't know where to begin, start with one. Just one. Choose a calming tea tonight. Take a short stroll tomorrow morning. Add some berries to your breakfast. Small steps, consistently taken, create real change. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep showing up for yourself. Now that we've laid the foundation with nourishing foods, better sleep, and more movement, we're going to keep going. because there are still a couple more inflammation fighters that make a big difference, especially for seniors. Let's keep the momentum going. We've touched on food, sleep, and movement, 3 powerful levers you can use to calm inflammation and boost your longevity. But now we're stepping into something a little less physical, yet equally powerful, and that's your mindset. Believe it or not, your thoughts, what you focus on every day, can either add fuel to the fire of inflammation or help put it out. Think about the last time you felt really stressed. Maybe someone said something that rubbed you the wrong way, or you watched the news and felt a knot in your stomach. That emotional reaction, it's not just in your head. Your body actually responds with a spike in stress hormones like cortisol. And when those stay elevated over time, they lead to, you guessed it, inflammation. This doesn't mean we need to avoid all stress. That's impossible. But how we respond to it matters. After 70, resilience doesn't mean powering through everything with a smile. It means recognizing what's worth your energy and gently letting go of what's not. One of the most effective ways to do that is with a simple daily ritual. Just 5 minutes of quiet. That's all. No pressure. No performance. Just sit somewhere peaceful, maybe with a warm drink or near a window, and let yourself be. Breathe slowly. Listen to the sounds around you. If thoughts pop in, that's okay. Just notice them, then come back to your breath. This isn't some fancy meditation routine. It's a moment of peace. A small pause where your body gets to relax, your heart rate slows, and inflammation gently retreats. You might be thinking, that sounds too simple to matter, but science says otherwise. Studies show that even short periods of mindful breathing can reduce levels of inflammation in the body. Over time, these moments build emotional strength, and that has ripple effects across your entire well-being. And while we're talking about what we allow into our mental space, let's touch on something equally important: connection. Loneliness is a hidden trigger for inflammation. It sounds harsh, but the body reacts to feeling isolated much like it reacts to injury. It sounds the alarm. It becomes more inflamed, more vulnerable to illness, and yes, more prone to faster aging. Now, the truth is, relationships change as we get older. People move, pass on, or simply drift away. But that doesn't mean you're meant to be alone. Even one meaningful connection, a neighbor, a walking partner, a phone call with a friend, can make a massive difference. Human contact reassures your brain that you're safe, that you matter, and that life still has beautiful reasons to keep going. You don't need a large group. You need consistency. A little warmth, a little laughter, a little eye contact, even if it's through a video call, can calm the nervous system and reduce inflammation. And if reaching out feels hard right now, start small. Smile at someone in the grocery store. Compliment a stranger's outfit. These tiny acts create connection, and that connection heals in ways we can't always see, but the body certainly feels. So, let's step back and look at this clearly. Reducing inflammation after 70 isn't about taking another pill. It's about choosing nourishment over numbness, stillness over stress, movement over stiffness, and love, yes, love, over loneliness. You don't need to do it all today. But imagine what could happen if, day by day, you chose just one of these small rituals. Maybe you start with a better breakfast tomorrow, or you end tonight with 5 quiet minutes of breathing. That's how long life is lived, one moment at a time. And you're allowed to enjoy this process. In fact, you should. These choices aren't punishment. They're gifts. Little ways you remind your body that it deserves care, that you're still here, that your best days might still be ahead. We got one last tip coming up that ties everything together. It's something that might feel small on the surface, but has one of the biggest impacts on how your body ages. And once you start doing it regularly, you may find not just your health, but your happiness begins to shift. Let's talk about one of the simplest yet most overlooked habits that has the power to protect your body from chronic inflammation. And it has nothing to do with food, exercise, or even sleep. It's gratitude. Yes, gratitude. That quiet, inner practice of noticing what's good. Not what's perfect, not what's flashy, just what's still good. Now, you might be wondering, how could something so soft possibly affect something like inflammation? But here's the thing. Science has shown again and again that people who regularly practice gratitude, People who take a few moments each day to reflect on what they appreciate tend to have lower levels of inflammatory markers in their blood, lower cortisol, better heart health, more resilience, and even, believe it or not, a longer lifespan. You see, when you focus your attention on what's going right, your body moves out of a stress state. Your breathing slows. Your blood vessels relax. Your immune system calms down. It's like telling your body, you're safe, you're okay, and that safety allows it to heal. Now, this isn't about pretending everything is perfect. Life, especially after 70, comes with its fair share of challenges. We've said goodbye to people we love. We've faced our own health scares. We've learned how quickly things can change. But that's exactly why gratitude becomes so powerful. It doesn't ignore reality. It finds strength within it. Maybe it's your morning cup of tea, a bird singing near your window, a grandchild's laugh, or even just the fact that you woke up today and you're still here. That's not small. That's sacred. Try this. Each evening before bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. In fact, the smaller or more ordinary, the better. Maybe your knees didn't hurt as much today. Maybe the weather was nice. Maybe someone held the door for you at the store. Write them down if you want, or just say them aloud. Let those thoughts be the last thing your mind holds before you drift to sleep. And here's the beautiful thing. It gets easier over time. Like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Soon, you'll find moments of gratitude popping up during your day, almost like little sparks of light, and each one lowers inflammation. Each one supports longevity. Each one brings a little more peace to your heart. So let's take a breath together. Inhale and exhale. You've now explored some of the most powerful and natural ways to reduce inflammation after 70, and not one of them involved expensive supplements or harsh medications. Just small, daily rituals that speak gently to your body and say, I'm here for you. I want you to thrive. You've got the power to change your story, one choice at a time. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment or perfect health or perfect motivation. You simply begin, right here, right now. And if this video sparks something in you, if even one of these tips made you feel hopeful or more in control or simply understood, then I want to hear from you. Share in the comments. What's one small ritual you want to try this week? Or maybe you already have a practice that helps you feel calm and strong. Tell us about it. Your story might inspire someone else watching today. And if you found this helpful, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more people just like you who are looking for practical, heart-centered health advice. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos that support your journey to living a longer, more vibrant life. Because the truth is, you deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel proud of the life you're still creating. Every single day is a chance to reset, to care deeply for yourself, and to age not just with more years, but with more joy, more grace, and more strength than ever before. So here's to less inflammation and more celebration. Here's to you, living your best life at any age.